Hello everyone, VortexTCG here, and today I'm going to be showcasing you my updated Imperialdramon deck profile now that EX4 is out. I recently played this deck in a couple of my local games, and a lot of people have been asking for this version of the deck, and while I'm not very happy with this version of the deck, I still feel like there's a lot of stuff that you can take away from the deck profile, so we're going to get into it. If you like the video, please do like and subscribe to the channel. It does mean a lot. We're posting a lot more now. We're posting a lot more shorts, and pretty much uploading every day now. So for the time being, we don't know how long that'll last. But anyways, let's get straight into the deck profile. Alright, and let's get into the deck profile. I'm going to start off with the eggs, and it's going to be 4 Digimon. The reason why I play this now over the Wanyumon is because our base is 4 blue and 8 green, so even if at a rookie level you'll be swinging with this and drawing a card, it probably won't survive, but sometimes you just need to get the extra draw going, and we have a larger focus on green in this deck now because the Stingmon is way more important than it used to be when compared to previous, and you know, XV is usually the one that you want to focus on, so we play 4 of the Demi-V. Now for rookies, we go into Vmon. On play allows you to look at top 3, add a card with Imperialdramon or the free trait, and also 1 card with Davis. This search is very nice, especially as most of your Tamers are going to be Davis compared to Ken. And also the end of turn effect on your inheritable, you can DNA Digivolve at the end of your turn. This is how you continue your turn to go into your level 5s, and yeah, you have to play 4 of this for this build. Then we get onto the Wormmon, very similar to the Vmon, however it searches for a Ken instead of a Davis, still searches for one with Imperialdramon or the free trait, so and it also has the inheritable of you can DNA Digivolve at the end of your turn. So again, still very good to have, continues your turn when going into your 4s. And sometimes the Ken search is also very nice. It's not reliable because you only play, I believe, 3 Ken in this deck. So it's less reliable. So what you end up doing most of the time is that you Digivolve into your Wormmon and then hard playing your Vmons if you have the access to them anyways. So we play 4 of this, and then to round it off, we play 4 Wormmon. Again, this card is just a generic, it's a 3k, but most importantly, it has the end of turn when Digivolving effect again. So again, just need more of that. I was previously playing, I believe, the starter deck Vmon to do some more searching, but in reality, this effect is very important for this deck, so you have to play 4 of it. Then getting on to the level 4s, we have 4 XVmon, your new main target for DNA Digivolve, because if you Digivolve into a green Digimon card, or DNA Digivolve into a green Digimon, you gain a memory, and it also has jamming as an inheritable, so you're giving your level 5 essentially jamming, gaining additional memory, but you'll be gaining 2 because the other one does the exact same thing. We also just play another XVmon. I think this is the best XVmon. I still want the jamming from the inheritable here, and it's 1 cost more, which is a little bit more annoying, but you tend to just Digivolve on top of the card, or like a Wormmon or a Vmon to get into this guy, and the jamming at the effect level is pretty nice. So we play only 1 of that because we don't want to clog each other, or clog our hands with a bunch of little 4s. Going into the Stingmon now, pretty much the same effect. If you Digivolve into a blue Digimon card, you gain a memory, and then you gain piercing, which is very important, especially for one of our major combos in the deck. So essentially the combo is that you Digivolve into, depending on how many memory you've got obviously, Digivolve into this or the XVmon, play the other one out, end of turn, DNA Digivolve, and then hopefully continue your turn after, because you gain 2 memory from one from Stingmon and 1 from the XVmon. So we play 4 of that, and we also just play 1 Stingmon. This is the draw one, and if this card is in your hand and you have a blue in play, you can reduce the cost by 1. So it's kind of like a pseudo Stingmon, where it allows you to gain a memory, but you're just reducing the cost instead. When attacking, draw 1 card as an inheritable. Still very good, but it just feels a bit lackluster compared to the other Sting. Then we get onto our level 5s, and we play 4 Dinobemon. This is probably, well, this is the main playmaker of this deck. So it could DNA Digivolve, which you're always going to be doing essentially, for the cost of 0 from a level 4 blue and a level 4 green. If DNA Digivolve, then you can suspend an opponent's Digimon, and if this Digimon gains 3k DP, then this Digimon may attack an opponent's Digimon. So even if you do pass turn, you're able to swing into something small or a problematic Digimon on your opponent's field. And the inheritable is also very good. When one of your Digimon with Imperialdramon on its name or the free trait deletes an opponent's Digimon by battle, you can trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. So essentially, with the new Davis, you can swing with this, use the Davis, tap the Davis to Digivolve into a Dragon mode, for example, and then when you do that, you can then delete the guy, trash his security, and then potentially even do piercing, which is very strong. Then we get into 3 Imperialdramon. This card is criminally underrated, if I'm being honest. Same requirements of DNA Digivolution. When you Digivolve this, you can trash the top 3 Digivolution cards of all of your opponent's Digimon, and then if you DNA Digivolving, 2 of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards can't attack until the end of your opponent's turn. This is a very, very good stun card. Slows down your opponent, which is something you desperately need in this game, and this deck even. And the inheritable is also nice. End of attack. If this Digimon has Imperialdramon in its name from the free trait, gain 1 memory. So you can do a similar combo here. If you still have your turn when you DNA Digivolve into this, you can swing, tap a Davis, go into a Dragon mode, and then you're able to gain 1 memory back while also playing your 2 level 4s. So still very good synergy for the deck. And that's why I play 3. Going on to 6s. We play 4 Imperialdramon Dragon mode. This deck is made to spam out your level 4s, and so you need this card at 4. There isn't really much choice in the matter. Previously I was playing the other one, which allows you to unsuspend your guy to suspend another guy, and end of attack go into another guy, but this card is just so broken. Just playing out 2 level 4s is still very powerful, and so you play 4 of it. As like your boss monsters, I play 2 Imperialdramon Fighter mode, 2 from a Dragon mode. When Digivolving, suspend all your opponent's Digimon with no sources, then return one of your opponent's Digimons to the opponent's hand, or you can return Imperialdramon Dragon mode from its sources to return all of your opponent's suspended Digimon to the bottom of the deck instead. So very good control tool. However, it also has an all turns effect, which allows you to gain 1k DP for each color in its Digievolution sources, and if it has 2 or more, gain security attack +1 and blocker. This becomes a very good offensive but also defensive tool, because it's very hard to get rid of a 15k blocker. But also 15k swing too, so very powerful. We also play 2 Quartzmon. You can go into this very easily in this deck, which is the reason why I play it. Suspend everything. Pretty much gain 1 memory for every 2 suspended Digimon and Tamers. Nothing can unsuspend except for this Digimon, and then when attacking, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers, then trash the top card of your opponent's security stack for every 5 suspended Digimon and or Tamers. So essentially this just becomes the last resort, I would say. Sometimes you're just going to be in a situation where you kind of have to stop everything your opponent's doing, and so this is where this card becomes very useful, because essentially your opponent needs to answer it, because if they don't, you're going to be suspending a lot of guys and then trashing a lot of security. So very important for this deck. Then we get on to Tamers. We have 3 Davis. if you have a Digimon with 3 in the tray or Ken in play, gain 1 memory. This is the start of the main phase, so you're able to promote first and then gain the memory. And then on your turn, when one of your 2 color blue and green Digimon attacks, suspend this tamer. You can Digivolve into a Digimon card with Imperialdramon in its name in your hand for the cost. So allows you to, I guess, warp Digivolve, similar to the X Antibody option card, which is very powerful, obviously. And you also get a memory, so it's pretty nice. You need to kind of play it in this version because of the Dino B, like I mentioned before. Then we play 2 Davis. You play both green and blue cards in this deck, so ideally you'll be able to get both searches. So this card's value is very high, and you're able to set yourself to 3, which is also very nice as well. Essentially means that you can continue your combo from a level 5. We also play 1 Ken. This is for a combo. I probably wouldn't play this anymore if I'm being honest, but essentially it's a target that you can get from the Wormmon, and also from a combo. If you delete a guy from battle, you can suspend this tamer to gain additional memory. Sometimes it's very nice it's nice that you're able to continue your turn. So sometimes the math goes to, you go into your Dino B Sting, not Dino B, XV Sting, go into a Dino B, your opponent's at 1 memory, and then you're able to tap this when you delete the Digimon to continue your turn. So very important card, helps you keep turn, which is important in this deck. 4 Davis and Ken, both searchable because they both have it in name. And then you're able to gain a memory if you have a blue Digimon, or 1 memory if you gain a green Digimon. So you can gain 2 if you're in your level 5s or higher, which is very nice. And then when one of your Digimon digivolves into a Digimon with 2 or more colors, you can suspend this tamer to unsuspend that Digimon. So you'll have like crazy turns where you can go Dino B, swing, go into Imperialdramon, unsuspend the Imperialdramon, swing again. Very powerful. And the memory gain is actually pretty nice from this card as well, because it's not hard to fulfill the requirements. If for whatever we're having trouble with memory, we play 3 Hammer Spark. In testing, there's always been problems about me having just 1 less memory than I need, and so this card helps fix that, essentially. So we play 3 of this to continue our combo. And then to finish off, we play 2 Spiking Strike. This is 1 card that we use for the combo with Dino Beamon, but essentially one of your opponent's Digimon gains on deletion, trash the top card of your security stack. Then if you have a blue Digimon in play, you can play a green level 4 or lower Digimon card with the free trait from your hand without paying the memory cost, and then security effect is the same effect. So essentially what this means is that for free, you're able to give one of your opponent's Digimon a debuff, and then you're able to play a Stingmon for a lot more cheaper than usual. And then also you're able to essentially just go onto your combo turn. So you play this, go into your Stingmon, then DNA Digivolution into a Dino B, suspend the guy that you just give the on deletion effect to, swing into it, and then if you have the Davis in play, you're able to then go into a Dragon mode or a Fighter mode, and then you're able to get a trash from the deletion effect, a trash from the Dino B, and also a Stingmon piercing check. So you're able to get potentially up to 3 to 4 security in 1 turn, and this card helps with that. And it just makes the Stingmons cheaper, which is the reason why I play as well. Anyways, that has been my deck profile for Imperialdramon. I'm probably not going to touch this deck again for a long time, just due to the fact that I feel like it is in such a weird state. You'd think with like a deck with so many tools like this would be very powerful, but in reality, like, it just feels like a big mishmash of ideas, and the only thing that's really holding them together now is the fact that there is DNA Digivolution at the level 5 stage, and while that is definitely unique and the cards do help in that situation, there's just not enough to go off. Everything costs way too much, and there isn't enough payoff for even if you get the perfect hand. So those are my thoughts on Imperialdramon at the moment. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, again, please do like and subscribe. I'm pretty much posting every day at this point, and I'll see you guys next time.